What's up, guys? This is Justin from the Board Game Losers, and we're back with another episode of Dungeon Crusade. So in our last episode, we had a turn of slightly unfortunate events where our battle mage was abducted, and yep, she is still somewhere in the dungeon trying to get free. So that's where we're going to start out. We'll start out, just get into it with the Upkeep Phase. Part of the Upkeep Phase is this abduction. So if you remember, we had to do a test of strength, which was a requirement of 17. Of course, now that we are doing the scalable difficulty, that's going to be by -3, so we need an actual 14. And it's a strength check for her. She has a 2, so we need a 12 or better. We check at the upkeep phase. If she is able to succeed, then she will be able to come back on the board and have a full round this turn. If not, she is going to continue to fight against those captors and get free. So here's hoping for a total of 14. There's a 13. Yes, literally by 1, but she did it. Because remember, we needed a 17 minus 3, that's a 14. We rolled a 13, and we get +2 for her hero board. So, she is going to start back on the siege tile. We're going to start her, well, we might as well start her right there at the front. Let's see here. Oh, that's, whew. You need to square the siege tile. Yeah, so she didn't lose anything, so I guess that's good. She didn't lose any health or anything like that from being abducted, but that could have been worse. So awesome. She does have a torch, so let's go ahead and roll for the torch. It's an 8. It's not a 1 or a 2, so it doesn't go out. So we're good there. We don't have any afflictions to process. Let's go over here to the main where you can see this better. Alright, so here we are. She has her torch. She doesn't have anything else. She's got some healing potions, afflictions, all that sort of stuff. She's good there. We're going to go ahead and do 1 to 3, 4 to 6 for our order of operations for our folks, our initiative tokens. We don't have any kind of teleportation that we need to do. That takes care of our upkeep phase. Go into the encounter phase. Event. As heroes start their track, an icy mist radiates from the ground, causing it to completely freeze. Each hero... Oh man, really? Hold on. Each hero must test agility 15 to avoid slipping. On a pass, they hold the ground. On a fail, they slip and fall, tip the hero's figure over, and lose the forthcoming turn. So, it is. We don't have anybody being tracked. We don't have anybody in combat. Oops, I started her one. If you went back and watched, I started the battle mage one too close to the shadow dweller. To start her one back so it doesn't start out rated. Yeah, agility 15. So that's going to be a 12. It's going to be our target. We'll start with the paladin. He's got a +2. 7 +2 is a 9. That is not a 12. So he fails. To avoid slipping, on a pass, they hold the ground. On a fail, they slip and fall. Tip the hero's figure over and lose the forthcoming turn. I think that means... let me check. Okay, well, so that means that he loses his entire turn, as I understand it. So, yeah, all those initiative tokens don't mean diddly. Same thing again for the battle mage. Rolling agility. That is a 5 plus 2 is nowhere near the 12 we needed. So she loses everything. And yeah, that means that our whole turn was wasted. Nothing happens. I know these encounter cards are supposed to be brutal, but honestly, that's a little bit ridiculous. I mean, I understand if you had like 6 characters, then you probably would have some that could still go. But if you're doing solo and you only have 1 character, my suggestion to Roger would be that there's some of those events like that either need to be taken out or somehow modified to instead of losing a turn, you lose an activation, an initiative token or something like that, because that's just ridiculous. That we just spent a whole turn that we literally do nothing because of the event card. But that's the way it is written, so that is the way that we will play it. So that takes care of the hero phase because we didn't get to do a freaking thing. So I guess we're going to the monster phase. We'll go to the big shot and move monsters around. Alright. Well, this is gonna probably be bad. Starting with the Cultist of Zul. Man, that just makes me mad. Red Cultist of Zul. Right here. D6 plus 2. It's a 3 plus 2. So 1, 2. Control route die. Going purple. 3, 4, 5. Alright, that takes care of the Cultist of Zul, the red one. Now we go to the green one, who is right here. D6 plus 2 as well. So that's a total of 5, choosing the purple. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Orc Siegebreaker green right here. 2 plus 2 is 4. Choosing green. 1, 2, 3, 4. So heading that way. Blue Shadow Dweller right here at the front is heading along the orange. And that is a D6 plus 4. Alright, that's 8. So 1, 2, 3. Immediately it turns into a raiding minion. It still has 7 movement. 2, 3, 4. It's on the siege tile. 5, 6. Out. Okay, so we'll do the other Shadow Servant right quick, but that one did make it out of the dungeon, which is going to increase the terror level, and other things are going to happen. So let's finish the Shadow Servant first, and then we'll go deal with the raiding minion. So the Shadow Servant is got 2 plus 3 is 5, going orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's where he's at. Alright, the Shadow Dweller. Let's go to the UI board, and we're going to process a raid on the village. Alright, so when a minion raids, that goes up. Now, if incantation, a hex has been placed on the village, there would actually be some additional things where the minion population track would increase, and we would lose items in the bazaar, or not bazaar, in the that we could purchase, stuff like that. Other things would happen. In this case, that doesn't happen. However, remember, minions they take the shortest step out, right? So part of that step out was it went right by our battle mage, which means we do actually still have to go process, because they are hit and run minions. These hit and run tactics, we do have to go process. That Shadow Dweller is going to basically do an attack against. That Shadow. Hold on. Let's go back. Go back. I should have done this first. The Shadow Dweller is going to do an attack against our battle mage. However, most importantly, because we have essence and because we have counterattack, we will be able to spend an essence to attempt to counter that attack that it's going to do. And if we can manage to pass and hit it, we'll actually kill the minion before it makes it out of the dungeon. So there is a chance that it will not raid, which is great. Yeah, that is pretty awesome. So let's go back to the board. I didn't even think about that till just now. So let's go back to our heroes and let the battle mage see if she can stop that raiding minion. Alright, here we go. So it is going to counter attack. We're going to spend an essence. It doesn't matter what it is, which means we can do this not in a chamber, but in the dungeon, which we can do. So that's going to get channeled. It's going to cost us 1 essence. She's going to go from 9 to 8 essence. And now it's going to do its attack. That is a 3, so it's going to use physical. Alright. Her physical is a 0, and it's a 10 is the target. Doesn't matter which item she uses. It would have made a difference if it was the ranged or the mythical. Unfortunately, that's not what we picked. So it's physical. We need a 10 or better. If we get a 10 or better, we're going to kill it before it can get out of the dungeon as it's on its way out. Oh, 3 and a 2. And actually, you know what else? This is a minion, so we do have the final strike die, I believe. So, warfare roll didn't work out. If we get a 10 or better here, we did it. Now, I wish that was the loot roll, because you'll notice that 20 is what we need for the loot roll. But we did manage to kill the spider. That Shadow Dweller did not make it out, only because of the final strike die. So now let's do the loot roll. Yeah, 7. There's no way we're getting a 20 twice in a row. Okay, so we did not actually have any raiding going on, which is awesome. And that completes that turn. That is a very, very quick turn, but that is the way it goes. I mean, the good news is we don't have a raiding minion, so that is a plus. And that will complete this round, this turn. Okay, yeah, definitely the quickest one on the books, I believe. A turn where literally nobody got to go. We only have 4 minions on the board, but remember, we don't check the minion population track until the monster turn, so we actually won't attempt to replace that one until the monster turn or the monster phase of the next turn. So we'll only have 4 in the dungeon until then, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. So yeah, I think that's everything taken care of. The only thing we didn't do anything with was our fetch hound Albus, but we can do that at the beginning of the next video. He's basically was just gonna sell, grab a torch, and maybe grab some more items. We'll see. We'll deal with that at the beginning of the hero phase in the next episode. But that is it. That is this episode. That's it. thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.